Hi, I'm Larry with Political Point of View. I wanted to discuss further on my first video. This is troubling me, and I feel that's very important that we take further actions in discussing it. We have so much drugs coming across our border, and the media doesn't nearly talk about any of it, hardly at all. We have Natifa that promotes it. We have MAGA Republicans that brings attention to it, but they don't discuss or come up with options how to take care of it. Yes, they want a wall, which I think it's important to have, but they don't really discuss what's driving it. They don't really discuss the drug lords. Here's some new facts that I didn't discuss in my first video that I will be discussing in this video. Mafia China. So this is how it works. The reason why I mention Mafia China is because they're involved. And you're going to be surprised how. So we send drugs across the border. And then they have mules that takes it and they spread it out, give it to the drug dealers. Drug dealers make the money. And they have to give money back to the cartel. Well, Mafia China, this is how they fit in. They need to convert them US dollars into Mexican dollars, which is pesos. So Mafia China charges them an interest. They'll wire it to them. They transfer it to pesos, and then they give it back to the cartel in that way. And the reason why they're doing that is because they were sending money over through vehicles, through trucks, and they were losing a lot of money. So they came up this way, and I feel that the United States should be telling American people about this and helping put an end to it, but we don't hear about it. Here's another problem that I'm having, and we all should as Americans. You know, we talk about Ukraine and what Russia's plans are, and Ukraine is stopping them right now and they're holding them back so they don't reach Poland's borders. Because I believe, like everybody else, if Ukraine doesn't stop them, they're just going to continue on. Putin is not happy with Europe at all and the treaties that we have. If they attack one, we all go to battle. Well, here's the thing that is going on right now. Russians are hitting us with technology. They're hitting us trying to sway our elections that they were definitely involved in 2016, 2020, and they were going to be involved in 2024 until we put an end to it. But here's the details that I want to talk about. Why embassy in Mexico is Russians. You know how we have all these people going to the border all at once, caravans and all that? Guess what? The Mexican authorities talk about this all the time, and that's part of the corruption, but the United States doesn't talk about it. The embassy, Russian embassy in Mexico, is all behind this. So is the Mexican mafia. They're trying to get the drugs across. They're paying the mules and charging families by holding them so they can get $6,000 to $8,000 across the border. And then when they get to work, they're charging them interest to keep some of that money to paying the mules off. High interest rates. But do we talk about this? No. No one does. And this is what bothers me. We need to be sending money to Ukraine to stop Russia. But we also need to be stopping Russia at our border. China mafia as well. They're all tied into the drug lords throughout South America. We don't ever hear about it. But if you listen to the Mexicans media, which some of it is again not accurate, but you can find ones that you feel that is very important and listen to them, listen to your friends, and they will tell you that this is what's going on. You can hear protesters talking about how they want a change in their government because they're tired of the corruption. They want the drug flows to stop. They want a tourist to come into their country and not feel unsafe and go to certain parts of Mexico or certain parts of South America. They want all South America to be safe. They depend on the tourism. They want acknowledgement. They want all of us to come together and work together. But we don't hear that here in the United States. All we hear about is the border and people coming across the border and Trump. And I'm sorry, but all Mexicans are not rapists and they're not killers and they're decent human beings. And that as a American, I have a hard time seeing people that want to vote for him knowing that that's what he's for. You know, I get that he's loud and obnoxious, but if you really paid attention to the way he talks and the way he is, God would have nothing to do with him. He wouldn't. God is a gentle, loving God. But he doesn't want someone on his behalf spreading out garbage. And if you're a true believer, then you would know that. Then you got the Democrats who don't say anything, got Antifa destroying our bigger cities and don't care about anything. They're tearing our biggest cities apart. And then you got the MAGA and their spew, which is tearing more things apart instead of dealing with the hard issues. The American people are dying in our streets. They're dying from drug overdose. They're dying to try to get to day. Our veterans are in the streets screaming for help, and we don't give them the help they need. They have mental from what they did for us, and we leave them out on the streets. Does this sound like the America that we all know? I seriously doubt it. We have a drug problem in this country, and we have a chance to do something about it. We have China flying over our country with balloons, spying on our military. They're bringing in fentanyl into Mexico to distribute after it's across this border. Even our responders are getting hit by this drug and putting them to death or getting them into overdose. And these drug lords don't care about nothing. We're so worried about Europe and how Russia's doing over there, and they're destroying our technology. We got China spying on us and our technology. They're spying us on where our military bases are, but yet the mafia is involved in the drug in Mexico. So what I'm saying is, I'm very serious. What I'm saying is, it's something I'm not proud to say. It's not really what to happen, but I think this is the only way it's going to happen. We have to work with South America, all the countries, form a treaty, form a military actions where they all are going to be involved, include the UN, going after these cartel and putting a stop to it. Sending a message to the gangs, MS-13, sending a message to China's mafia, and sending a message to Putin. Sorry, buddy, but this ain't going to work. We're not going to put up to it. We have the best technology in the world, and we can put a stop into Russia and China spying on us. We need to be doing better. The United States government should be protecting its people, and it's not at all. We all know that. Doesn't matter what side of the road you came across. We all know the United States is not protecting us. Our healthcare system, what Obama produced, was good, but it's not good enough. And what I mean by that is we got elderly staying in a nursing home. It's terrible. My wife, Beverly, spent weeks and months trying to find her mom a place when she was turned ill. And it took her a long time. And I can see the disappointment on her face because the cost is so much. We didn't know what we were going to do. Fortunately, we had people that come in and helped us. We all should be having better health care. There needs to be a way that the Republicans and the Democrats come up with a system that's a better improvement than what Obama has done, that everyone agrees. We all need to be having health care. It's a right to have that. The way it is right now, our manufacturing companies who make our drugs are telling the doctors to use this medication over that one. We got cancer just riving through our nation. We have the best scientists in the world, and they have better equipment, and they're getting better at it. We need to be focused on things like that. The United States government needs to be protecting us, and they're not doing that. And we all know that. We're sending money to Ukraine to help fight off Russia. But what about our southern border and stopping them? We're not. And it needs to be done. We have to send a message. And my closing thoughts on this is that the media needs to be doing better. Stop the partisan crap. Start telling the truth. Start reporting on things that are important. There's a lot of people that don't know about the China mafia being involved in the cartel and switching money out. They're not talking about how Russia is playing along in this. They're playing politics. They're making American people suffer from it. We all need to be talking about this. We all need to be sharing it with each other. Tell your friends. Have them subscribe to my channel. They're going to hear the truth. I'm not going to spread a bunch of junk. This is the gospel truth. This is what's going on right now. We all know it. We all need to know it. And we all need to do something. Get our senators, our congressmen involved. Send them a message that we're tired of this. We're tired of our American people dying. Thousands every damn day dying. Because we've got greedy people outside of the United States and within the United States and even politically that are involved, that are paid off. Our government needs to be protecting us and its people. And we need to be kicking them out of the office if they're not doing that. We need to have a voice. The Democrat Party is not doing anything. The Republican Party ain't doing anything. We're a two-government party system, but it's time to have a third party get involved. And maybe we can start changing things around instead of fighting with each other. We've got the mega that doesn't even want to work with the Democratic Party because it's their way or the highway. And quite frankly, that's stupid. We're all Americans, and we all are wanting to work together to make a better life for not only us, but our children and our families. This is Larry, the political point of view. If you love this video or like this video, give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. Please tell your family and friends about this channel so we can get the word out. It's important that they need to know what's going on. Thank you. Have a good day.